And you know me, bro, I never back the early kickoff. And you know me, bro, I never back the early kickoff. Back the early kickoff. And you know me, bro, I never back the early kickoff. Finesse like.
What's going on, people? Welcome to Never Back the Early Kickoff, episode 7. The podcast that keeps you one step ahead of the bookies while having a proper laugh doing it. No filters, no nonsense, just solid picks, proper chat, and a weekly reminder that backing the early kickoff does ruin lives. My name is Leon, and I have a sixth sense for picking players to be carded.
And I'm Josh, and I love an Acca more than life itself. So, so what an interesting weekend of football. What games did you watch? Did you watch anything, or?
Mate, you know I watched the football, mate. That's all I've got in my life, mate, is football, mate. When the weekend's on, mate, I am there. I watched I started off actually the Friday. So I watched
Leeds.
I caught Leeds, West Ham.
West Ham
looked like they're in the mud, mate. I mean, Nuno got his team selection ridiculously wrong. I mean, he started like a right back. He started Wan-Bissaka at left back. I wouldn't even be starting Wan-Bissaka at right back, but he started him at left back. And then he started this Scholes kid, who's a left back at right back.
Yeah, because I thought he was a left back.
Then it gets better. He started.
Wait, what? You telling me you started Wan-Bissaka at right back, left back, and Scholes, who's a left back at right back?
Yeah. And then he started Jarrod Bowen. He started Jarrod Bowen left wing, even though Barron likes to cut in and shoot. Somerville right wing. So Bowen was left wing, Somerville was right wing.
What?
It made no sense. After 17 minutes, he took Scholes off and then just reverted back to how they should be playing. So he put Wan-Bissaka to right back. He put someone to left back.
Was it Diouf? Was Diouf playing?
Yeah, so he put Diouf to left back. He put Wan-Bissaka to right back. 2 centre halves. Then he put Somerville left, Bowen right, Paqueta up top. So literally after about 17 minutes, he just pulled Scholes off and changed it. Honestly,
that makes no sense at all. Like I'm not getting paid. God knows how much you get paid a week, but I'm not getting paid that money, and I know that's bollocks.
No, he set them up to lose. The things that they come after instead of got the team selection wrong, that was on me. And I just think, like, sometimes with managers, I just think to myself, like, sometimes, like, just play your best players in their best position.
Like Paqueta through the middle is not the answer.
No, but it's not even Paqueta. Look, I know they've got injuries up front. For me, it's why are you playing Bowen on the left, Somerville on the right, and then Wan-Bissaka at left back and a left back at right back? It's stupid. So, I mean, Leeds are always going to win that just because Nuno fucks up the team selection. So watch that game. Saturday, there wasn't that much football on Saturday, to be fair. It was a bit weird.
Sunday was day for it, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was no 12:30. So I obviously watched us play against Fulham. So Fulham at St James's. And we deserved the win, mate, but we left it late. We didn't play that well. It was one of those games where once we went 1-0 up, we just didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Fulham got one back, and then Bruno G, mate. The hero himself, mate, the legend himself, the man, the myth, the legend, popped up with a 90th minute goal. So that was like a must-win for us because our league form's been pretty poor. So I think we need to start getting a few wins under our belt. So that was you got to be beating Fulham at home if you want to be finishing like top 5 in the Prem. So that was a solid win. Who was the other 3 o'clock?
Chelsea didn't win it.
Oh my god. See, I didn't watch that, but I saw the result come through, and I was like,
"Yeah, I couldn't believe that." Mate, someone's playing Football Manager with Sunderland. Like, what? They're third in the league. What are they doing?
Do you know what's interesting about Sunderland though? It's the fact that like people will say this bullshit about players need time to gel and you can't buy like loads of new like what's going on with Liverpool. We'll get to Liverpool in a bit, but like what's going on with Liverpool? Like they bought all these new players and they need time. Sunderland have bought a whole new team. They brought Xhaka in, who's captain. They brought a whole new team in, and they're like what? Are they like third in the league or something?
Third, yeah.
So I don't want to hear it about like these players need time to settle. If you're good at football, you're good at football. If a manager sets his team up right and he's got good players, they'll play well. I think football's a simple game that's complicated by people for no reason.
And stats.
So I'm not like it's never nice to see Sunderland doing well, but it's just one of them where it's like it looked like they deserved to get a result against Chelsea. Did you watch that game?
No, I didn't watch anything on Saturday. Oh no, I did watch a bit of the United game and a bit of the Liverpool game, but didn't manage to catch the full games.
No. And what do you think about Chelsea losing to Sunderland?
It's just Chelsea. That's just typical Chelsea, isn't it? They're just so up and down. One week they perform great, next week they're terrible. Like it's just they just can't like. There's just no consistency, especially with ice cold Cole out. Like it's
Yeah.
who's the chief creator.
Do you not think they've got like too many bluffers in their team? Like, I think they've got.
I think they
too
got some
many.
nobodies. I think they got too many. I think the camp, across the cam, Estevez obviously is young. He looks good. Obviously, take away Cole, but like Neto, Garnacho, I think is basic. Garnacho, Neto, and then who's the other cam or like winger?
Dino Gittins.
Yeah, again, like I just don't think there's anyone that's just solid enough to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. Obviously, you got Carl Sado in there who just looks like he's getting better every game, but then he'll play the odd game at right back. Like, and then you've got, I guess, did Lavia play or was it Enzo?
I think Enzo played.
Yeah. But again, it's not like you captain. It's not like you captain fantastic. You captain Marvin in the middle of the park that's going to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and do something. So yeah, I don't know.
I think they've got too many bang average players.
And then then the striker, João Pedro, is a good striker. He's a solid striker, but he needs service. And I think the three players behind him, are not performing.
They're not, but I think it goes deeper than that. I mean, I think the wide men, like you said, are bluffers. Pedro Neto is a bluffer. People say like he's a good player. He's not. I'm not one who's like, oh, it's all about stats. But his output ain't good enough, and he just, for me, he just never looks like he's going to beat his man. He's one of those wide men that looks a bit busy, but you never see him like going past his man and like going past a couple of players and putting in a dangerous cross.
You just never see him doing anything special.
No, I just feel like he just doesn't. I think in modern day football, I think your wide forwards have to like make things happen. They're in like a luxury position. So if your wide forwards or you aren't doing anything, like you need to be asking questions. Like he don't do nothing. Garnacho, you know my opinion on Garnacho, mate. He just cuts in and spam shots. He just cuts in and shoots 30 times a game. I can't stand forwards like that. So I don't rate Garnacho one bit. Bino Gittins just looks another bang average player to me. Doesn't look like he's got much to his game. He looks like another Jadon Sancho, like a wide forward with not enough pace. Tidy enough on the ball, but... So I think they're wide men. Like, Esteval I think is going to be something. He looks like he's got a bit about him. But their other wide players ain't good enough. And then I think their midfield's pretty solid. But
The midfield, Lavia, Casado, Enzo.
Even like the centre-half situation, like tossing Adebayo, he ain't the answer, mate.
Yeah, but they've always struggled with centre. They've struggled with centre half since JT and Carvajal left.
Yeah,
And Cahill, like since the old guard went, they've really struggled. They're not like obviously they spent a lot of money there. But like obviously, Tosin was on a free. Then they spent a lot of money on Fofana, who just got injured. Then they bought Badashile, and then they bought who's the one, Diassi. Like they just keep getting it wrong.
Yeah, I think they're just buying too many average players rather than buying like, let's buy a good player who's going to improve our team. They're just stockpiling average players, and their keepers hitting.
Oh, the keeper's a problem.
So I just think Chelsea are one of those teams that you never know what you're going to get from them. They've got too many bluffers in the team, and you just don't know what you're going to get. But so that was Saturday, wasn't it? And then
Did you watch the almighty Villa?
Right, mate. I'm not going to let you skip over Liverpool, mate. Saturday night, getting rolled over by Brentford. I don't even know what the name of Brentford's ground is. It's got like is it G-Tech?
Yeah, G-Tech Arena, something like that.
G-Tech Arena. Liverpool getting done at the G-Tech Arena with Jordan Henderson, world captain, centre mid, mate.
Right, captain, fantastic. To be fair, I can't believe how well Brentford are doing. I had them at the start of the season to go down because I was like, there's no way you lose your two best players, your two top goal scorers, your captain and your manager, and then hire your set piece coach, and then still do well. But what do I know about football? Because he's clearly working whatever he's doing.
It's ridiculous. Like they beat Man United the other week, which that wasn't too surprising because Man U weren't informed then. But to beat Liverpool, but I suppose Liverpool aren't informed. But I still thought Brentford were going to lose that. I thought Liverpool bounced back midweek and hammered Frankfurt. So I thought, they're going to go on a little bit of a run now. Boy, was I wrong, mate. They just got handled at the G-Tech, mate. Yeah. Brentford's long throws are funny as well because everyone's doing long throws now, but they've got the guy that Coyote can launch it. He can launch it in. Like he can proper get some distance, mate. They're just like lobbing like these long throws in, mate. And Kirkes at the back stick just couldn't cope. It's brilliant.
Is that what it was, Kirkes?
Yeah, it's just brilliant. It was just brilliant to watch, mate. Like it was just brilliant to watch, and like I said, it couldn't happen to a nicer team. The way they carried on in the summer with the whole Isaac situation, getting what they deserve, mate. Because like I was worried when they made all these signings because I thought, oh, if they get it right, they could be like unstoppable.
Yeah.
But they're getting what they deserve, mate. Like I'm glad that because I wouldn't want football to be like, oh, you can just go and buy the best players on the market and it like automatically just works. And Liverpool have this dynasty where they win the league 4 times in a row.
What did Man City do?
What do you mean?
Man City done that. Went out and bought the best players in the world and spent a lot of money.
I don't agree with that. No way did that. Man City for me have never gone out and like bought the best player on the market for the most money. Who have they got? When have they broke the record for like? And I'm not a Man City defender. Like I think they've spent a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think they've gone out and bought best in class in positions they needed. Edison weren't the best keeper in the world when they bought him.
It was pretty. Yeah, but Edison probably wasn't probably the most known in the world at the time.
If they'd bought like Liverpool spent 70 million on Allison.
And it was 70 mil well spent.
It was, but what I'm saying is that, like, I don't think Man City have spent a lot of money, but I don't think they've gone out and, like, in every position bought the best in the world. I think they bought a lot of good players, not recently, but when Pep first came in, they bought a fair few good players like Walker and that. But I don't think they've gone.
Walker was one of the best. Walker's one of the best in the world. They spent 150 million pounds in fullbacks in one season. Aguero, again, he just had a transfer clause. He was one of the best strikers, coming into one of the best strikers in the world at the time.
Yeah, but when they got him from Atletico, no one was saying Sergio Aguero is the best striker in the world. Nobody was saying that. If they'd gone and bought, say, Lewandowski at the time, prime Lewandowski or something, I'd be like, fairs. That's what Liverpool have done. They bought the best striker on the market, who's available in Isaac. They bought the best cam on the market, who's available, and it's just blown up in the face, mate. And I love it. Do you think they're going to get back to form at all, Liverpool, or do you think they're
of course they are. I think they just need to sort out the defence because Konate looks all over the place. Kirkes hasn't hit the ground running, and I think they're really struggling to replace Trent.
Yeah, but when you say sort out the defence, how?
I don't know. It's not my job, is it? It's not my job. I'm not probably getting paid $200,000 a week to fix their problems.
Yeah, mate, they're up shit's creek without a paddle, mate. Cause
I feel the Conor Bradley, Frimpong, Szoboszlai at right back kind of just.
Wow. Salah looks horrible.
And then obviously Salah just looks. It's just completely dropped from grace.
I mean, Salah's never been the most graceful player, but he's always had good output with numbers and that, and he's always looked threatening in games. But this season he looks horrible, mate. Horrible to watch.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Well, like I say, it's not our problem. Good luck, Arnie. Good luck sorting that out, mate.
And then you got the almighty Villa boys, best team in the world.
Oh, God, here we go.
We won't talk about Go Ahead Eagles, but we'll talk about City.
I mean, like you got beaten by Go Ahead Eagles, like literally, like within the last few days. You got beat by Go Ahead. No one's ever heard of Go Ahead Eagles. Like they're just the team that you always pick to lose on your Acca because no one's ever heard of them. And they just roll Villa comfortably.
I wouldn't say that, but it was just ridiculous. But again, getting rolling City at Villa Park again. We've done that quite a few times recently. But yeah, it's just a great game. Matty Cash. I told you. What did I say? Was it last week or the week before? Matty Cash on his redemption arc.
Oh, man.
He's redeeming himself. And what a finish that was. And then Onana in the centre of the park, absolute Rolls Royce, just boss the game. And then Konza, you know what? You know I love Konza anyway, but he's just another level.
Don't call Onana a Rolls Royce in the centre of the park. He's not a Rolls Royce, mate.
Right, he ran the centre. He ran the midfield.
Oh, no, he didn't. No,
he did.
Not on the
he
midfield.
did.
What are you talking about? Villa scored and then just shelled up.
No.
So how? Literally, Villa scored. You played well in the first half. Second half, you just literally shelled up and were playing counter attack. So don't try and say Onana
it's part of the tactics.
Don't try and make out.
You can't play attacking free flowing football every second of every game. Yeah, Arsenal are top of the league and they play dead football half the time. They just call off set pieces.
But that's not what you said. You said Onana was a Rolls Royce running the game.
It was. It did run the game in the middle of the park.
No, I'm not having that. If that was Yuri Tillemans can run a game. Onana can't.
I know, bust it.
Onana's just like a tall Papa Sarr, mate. Like Onana's he's just got energy. he can put a tackle in. He's got long limbs. He's a decent centre mid, mate. But I'm not having he was just running the game against City.
And then moving on to the set piece specialists. Eze, old club. Arsenal, another set piece, another goal.
Yeah, it's looking a bit ominous with Arsenal. I think it's because all the
pieces are in the right places.
No, it's not even that. It's their rivals all look very beatable.
Yeah.
Whereas Arsenal look like they're just never going to let a goal in.
Yeah, that was like they had one shot on target conceded, and that was like the first shot in about 4 games or something.
And when
Shot on target conceded, which is wild to think about.
Yeah, but when I look at Arsenal's team, I think they've probably got the best keeper in the league at the minute. Raya looks just solid. Good. He just looks a solid keeper to me. They play 4 centre halves across the back 4. Like they've got the best centre half partnership in the league. They've got Timber, who looks like the best one-on-one defender in the league as a right back. Like no winger gets the better of him whenever I watch him play. Calafiori's a bit, but he's having a good start to the season.
Solid. And then you got Miles Skelly comes in after Miles through Skelly anyway. That is back up as well.
And then you got in front of that, you got Declan Rice, who's like quality box.
Did he come off injured?
I don't know.
I think he got injured.
Yeah. But they got cover. But I mean, like, got Declan Rice, who's box to box. They've got Zubimendi, who sits in front of the back 4 and a bit of a dictates the play. And then they've got like Eze playing sort of more forward. So that for me is a beautiful midfield balance for a team that's going to dominate the ball. You've got a ball player, box to box, and you've got like a techie player. And then like you've got Saka, who's just being Saka's just Saka.
Yeah.
I don't rate Gyökeres, but he's doing okay. And then on the left, they've got like, I mean, again, I don't really rate Trossard too much, but they've got like Martinelli, you can go there. Maybe Eze can go there when Ødegaard's back.
Yeah, that's when they've got a lot of options.
They have, and the thing with Arsenal is they only need to score 1 now.
Yeah, because they're not going to concede.
What is it? They've let in 3 goals. It's crazy.
Yeah, 3 goals in 9 games.
I thought Chelsea's defence with Terry, Carvalho, Cole, I think it was Paulo Ferreira.
15 goals in 38 games.
Yeah, look, I thought that defence, like, no one would ever come close to that. But the way they're going at the minute, mate, like that guy could push that close, you know.
Well, in that first season under Mourinho, they didn't concede in the first 8 games, which is crazy. Or was the 8th game they conceded? I can't remember if it was the 8th game or the 9th game. I think they went 8 games without conceding. No, 8 games. The time they conceded 1 in the first 8 games.
Yeah.
That, which is absolutely nuts to think.
Yeah.
But then after that, their record went from 1 goal in 8 games to 1.43. A goal every 1.43 games. So basically every night, pretty much nearly every 90 minutes a goal. After that, so obviously if Arsenal keep on this trajectory, obviously they can beat that record. But it's so hard because all it takes is an off day and 2 goals to go in, and then you already doubled your target for the season. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's, or a really bad game, like if you go to the Etihad and could get like a half a decent result. Was it at the Etihad or Arsenal when it was at the Emirates, wasn't it? When they beat them, yeah. So it's to go to the Etihad, or I don't know, Liverpool are always capable of it when they're in the full form, or even just like no. But I'm saying just even in the Emirates, like Liverpool are capable of putting 2 or 3 past anyone if they're in full flow.
You say it, I can't see any. The only way I can see them shipping goals if something happens, like they get an early red card. The structure of their team's too solid. Like they're not gonna. They're not. And what you got to understand is, because when teams play Arsenal, no one's going to play Arsenal and go, we've gone 1-0 up, let's keep... City went 1-0 up at the Emirates, and what did Pep Guardiola do, mate? He went to 5 at the back.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Anyone that goes 1-0 up against Arsenal is going to sit back and just try and take a 1-0. So I can't see them in any game this season, definitely not conceding more than 2. But they're going to get so many clean sheets, mate, because people are going to think if we can get a 0-0 against Arsenal, it's a great result.
Yeah.
So... I mean, Arsenal. I don't want to say it's the title race is over. It's fucking 9 games in, mate. It's early doors. Look at Liverpool; they fell off a cliff recently, but I think Arsenal for me are looking strong favourites, mate. Looking solid.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. So, how did you get on the old betties on the weekend? Any good?
Mate, I got with my bets, mate. I got on as well with my bets as Liverpool did at the GTEK, mate. Not well at all. No, not well at all, mate. It was a bit of... Because I've had some really good weeks early doors in the season. But this was like not my finest hour. Not my finest work, mate. So I'll start with the wins first, because there weren't many. So, like, in terms of, like, cards that I picked out, I called the Tetty one against Gordon, Newcastle Fulham. So I knew that Tetty hadn't been booked. Gordon hadn't got many people booked, and I thought he's due to get someone booked. So I went Tetty at first card, 7-1. So that was a nice start to. No, let me take you back. So I won one before the Tetty one. I won on Paqueta in the Leeds West Ham game. So Paqueta was So Paqueta was like mouthing off at the ref, and obviously West Ham were playing shite, and I was like, he's just getting wound up. So I was like, he's going to get one for mouthing off second half, and literally it cut to I think it went out for a goal kick or something. And then I heard a massive cheer. It was showing like the clip, and then I heard a massive cheer from the crowd. I was thinking, what's going on there? And I could see Paqueta shouting at the ref, and he's got the card in his hand. So I was like, well, we know what's happened there. So I got Paqueta on Friday night. Then I got Tetty first card. And then, so I was thinking, this is a solid start to the weekend, mate. Like I'm gonna make some good profit here. But then it just started to go downhill. I only won one other one across the weekend, which was Belabor. First play card in United. So I only won 3 bets across the weekend. So there were 3 decent wins, but I had a lot more losses. So in terms of the losses, then taking you back, I had an Acca go in right at the start of last week.
No, I don't want to talk about Accas. Well,
you can wait your turn, mate, because I'm getting my pain out. This is my therapy session now to get the pain out. So I had Atlanta. They were playing Prague. They absolutely battered Prague in the first half. I think I messaged you and said, I'm not worried, mate. Atlanta are going to win this. They're absolutely hammering them. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, mate, I had them too.
Yeah, fizzled out 0-0. So that one was a kick in the nuts. So that was my Acca went down. That one, I think I'd had a few. I think I'd had about 4 or 5 already won on that one. So that one was ticking along nicely. So that fell on its face. In terms of the cards that really pissed me off, I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to pick out the ones that pissed me off the most. So AC Milan were playing Pisa Friday night. Yeah. So I'm thinking, right, I don't think there's going to be much going on in this game because I expect Milan to battle these. It's not going to be a competitive game, but it was a competitive game. So I was thinking, right, keeping my eye on it.
Yeah, 2-2. They stuffed me on my Acca as well. Just like, oh.
Yeah, it was. I mean, luckily I didn't have it. After Atlanta fucks my Acca, I didn't bother putting the other one in. But yeah, so Milan Pisa, there's a player for Pisa called Ebenezer Akinsanmiro. He's a young centre mid. I'd never heard of him before. But what I saw was he'd played for Inter Milan's youth team.
Okay.
So I just thought, right, he looks like a combative, aggressive young centre mid. He's come through Inter's academy. He's playing at the San Siro against AC Milan. Like, this kid's just going to be on it. Like, he's going to be looking to, throw his weight around, throw a few challenges in. So, keep an eye on the game. 1 foul, 2 fouls, 3 fouls, 4 fouls. I was thinking, right, I need to consider going there.
That's not going to be size.
So we got to foul 5, and I was like, right, I'm going in now. And he was 7-1. 7-1 after 5 fouls. And I was thinking, right, this is going to be.
Were there any other cards in the game?
Yeah. So there'd been a card before. So it wasn't like there were no cards at the time. I think there'd been 1 Milan player had been booked at the time, and maybe 1 Pisa player. So I'm thinking, right, this ticks all the boxes now. This kid's going to go in on his next one. So I went in on him. 6th foul, nothing. 7th foul, nothing. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? 8th foul, he fouls someone. He grabs the ball, he grabs the ball, drops to his knees in front of the ref with the ball in his hand, cussing that the refs give a foul. I'm thinking, right, 8th foul, he's mouthing off. He's got the ball in his arms like this. He's got the ball like this. And then the ref reaches into his card. I was thinking, right, here we go. Pulls the yellow out, but he pulled it out for this guy who stood next to him, mouthing off at him, called Nzola. So this guy called Nzola had mouthed off at the ref. He got booked. Yet the guy on the ball who's done his 8th foul and is holding the ball, basically crying that he'd give a foul, nothing.
I've got nothing left.
I had to double check the ref's name, and I'm gonna name and shame him. I've got another ref for ref rehab. So Luca Zafiri, you're now checked into ref rehab, mate, because and don't make me pull up the laws of football again, because I will do it, but how is 8 fouls does not constitute persistent fouling? I do not understand. No one should be allowed to do 5 fouls, let alone 8, let alone in a game where it's 2-2. like a competitive game, and let alone when he fouls him and grabs the ball in his arms and on the floor and starts shouting at the ref, and he doesn't get a card.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Honestly, I should have known then that this is going to end up being a bad weekend for me. So Ebenezer, Akin, San Miro, you got away with murder, and Lucas Zafiri, oh my god, I was going to proper cuss him then. I just can't. Oh my god, he's in ref rehab, mate. I'm going to watch out for him moving forward because 8 fouls and no card is a joke. So that pissed me off. Another one that really fucked me off over the weekend was Dan Burn, because Dan Burn was against Adama Traore. So I knew that Adama Traore's pace and power would cause Burn a problem. And I know like him and Burn were going to get into a he-man ego contest about who was stronger. And Dan Burn fouled him like 3 times in the end. But like, he kept going through the back of him. And the ref had already booked Teta, and I thought, he's going to book a Newcastle player. But he just kept letting Dan Burn get away with fouling Traore. And he done one in the second half, and Troy just looked at the ref to be like, any danger of a yellow card here? Like, he's fouled me like 3 times. So that one pissed me off because I was so confident on Dan Burn. But again, ref just for whatever reason just didn't want to pull a yellow out. Sasha Lukic as well went in on him. He only ended up on the 4 fouls. So Lukic 4 fouls, just kept fouling, but ref just weren't asked. So that was another one where I lost out. That peeved me off. So that was my Saturday. Quite a few losses there. Sunday, El Clasico, mate. You know, we love El Clasico. Obviously, the odds aren't great for betting the card. So I tend to wait until the game unfolds a bit. Jude Bellingham, you know I love a bit of a throwing somebody on Jude in a competitive game. Jude Bellingham. So I went in after he'd done 3 fouls. Did his 4th foul. Didn't get booked. And then Xabi Alonso took him off. So cheers Alonso, Mr. Alonso, for pulling Jude off after 4 fouls. So that one, obviously transferred over, but he got subbed for Fran Garcia, who's never had a booking in his life. So
no, you don't want that.
No, you don't want that indeed. So that pissed me off. What else annoyed me on Sunday? Oh, Matty Cash. So Jeremy Doku didn't play. Cheers, Pep. Like, I felt victim of Pep roulette, mate, where he just decides on the day who am I going to play, who am I going to leave out. Doku's been in good form, but just decided to bench him and put Silvinho left wing, who's all left foot. Had the most shocking first half ever and got booked. But cheers, Pep. Well done, mate. So I had Matty Cash. Obviously, he ended up on 2 fouls. He didn't look like getting booked, to be fair. But when Doku come on, I thought there might be a chance. But then obviously Villa shelled up. Matty Cash went hiding in the box. Didn't want to confront Doku, so that one just died. Emi Martinez. He loves to play the fool. He loves to mess around, time wasting. Hasn't been booked this season, so I thought, he's one to keep an eye out for. Did he get booked for time wasting? Did he balls?
I told you he wouldn't do it when I was watching the game. He was like, "Is he going to do it?" And I was like, "Nah, he's not going to go in for it. He's not even faffing around." Usually with him, it's a build up, and he starts faffing around, and he just didn't. He didn't look arsed about faffing around. He just wanted to get on with it. I
actually think the issue in the second half was I don't think Villa had as many goal kicks as I thought. The problem is Man City don't shoot a lot. Like they pass, but don't shoot.
Yeah.
What fucked me there was just the fact that there weren't that many goal kicks. If that makes sense. Yeah. If there's more goal kicks, there could have been a chance, but that doesn't matter. In that game as well, just while we're on the City Villa game, Nico Gonzalez, he got subbed on, and I thought, 6-1, Nico Gonzalez. Wait for him to do a foul, and then I'll go in once he's done 1 foul. First foul, Michael Oliver pulls out a yellow. So that was another way. 6-1 he was.
Ooh.
So that was another one where I missed out. And then the last one, because I could go on all day, mate, but I just could go on all day. But it's just too painful. Was Pedro Porro against Jack Grealish. Pedro Porro fouled him early on in the game, straight through the back of him. I thought, right, Jack's in the mood. He's going to get him booked. And then Porro just hid from him for the rest of the game. Didn't do nothing. So there was. To cut a long story short, mate, there was a hell of a lot of losses there.
Well, that was a very long story. I don't think you gave us a short version, did you?
Oh man, I could have gone on. On. So that was very much the condensed version. So yeah, that's me. How about on your side of the fence? Did you have a better week than me?
Well, of course I did. Of course I fucking did. Are you forgetting my little winner?
Let's see the receipts of all your wins then. I won 3 and lost a hell of a lot. What did you win?
$3,000.
Oh, do you know what? That's so annoying.
3,162 quid.
That's
you
so
forgot
annoying.
about
I did forget about that.
I know you did. I was like, it's just to see the look on your face of how annoying you was.
Oh my god! Do you know what it is? Is that
because it's so long over the week, like so much shit happens.
I know that landed earlier in the week, and like we'd already spoken about that. So then I've almost like discounted that. I forgot that happened.
I love this game.
Oh my god! Oh my god! So talk to me then. What was that feeling like? It was just the 2 Champions League games, weren't it?
No, it was 4 Champions League. So it was 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday. So the 2 on Tuesday come in easy, and then on Wednesday it was Bayern and Chelsea.
2 on Tuesday.
Barcelona. I can't remember the other team. It was it.
Olympiacos.
Barcelona Olympiacos. That was the early one. Oh shit! It was. I can't remember the other one. It was. Oh, Man City. Yeah, Man City.
More than you.
No, you could just copy me, follow me through life.
I should have copied you, and then I have $3,000 in my pocket.
Yeah. So Man City. Yeah, that was a nice, easy W. To be honest, it wasn't too much hassle. And then going into Wednesday, of course, I had Bayern Munich again because I had Bayern Munich on every single bet I put on this year, pretty much. And then Man City. So Bayern went up after like 5 minutes or something. They went up steeply early. So then my cash out went from about 1,300 to like 1,700. And then City, and then I just thought the first 10 minutes at Chelsea looked really shaky. And I was like, I don't like this. So I was debating whether to cover it and put 500 quid on the cover. Because if I put 500 quid on the cover, I would have got, I think it was 1,500 back. I think it was about 2 to 1. So I was umming and ahhing for ages. For about 5 minutes, I sat there. From about 10 minutes to about 15 minutes, I was like, do I do it? Do I not do it? Because Chelsea look a bit edgy. I was like, look, let's leave it another 5. And then, obviously, Ajax got a man sent off, and after that, it was just, like, chilling.
I remember watching that game and thinking to myself, like, I agree with what you're saying. Chelsea didn't look great. And then it was Kenneth Taylor, mate. He's just absolutely...
Yeah, he just come in and just...
I think it was Enzo Fernandez. Was either Enzo Fernandez or Esther? He's rattled somebody, like, there was no need for it.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, has he got the same bet on you've got? He's got himself off to cash this bet or something. I was thinking, why are you going in so high?
There was just no need. It was so early in the game as well.
Nah. And the thing that was funny was the ref didn't even give a straight red at the start.
No, it was hard.
Like, what are you doing, ref? Like, that was a horrible.
Yeah, it was a horrible one. And I was like, looked at him. I was like, you need to get to that. Like, you get to the screen, get him off. Come on, I got a bet to win. So yeah, that was it, and that was just chilling. So yeah. Wasn't worried. Obviously, it went down to, and then they scored directly from that free kick as well. So that always helps. Yeah. Then obviously it went 2-1, and I was like, surely Chelsea are not going to spunk this away now, because obviously you get the bonus because 1,300 quid of it was the bonus. But no, obviously went to win on, was it 4 or 5-1 or whatever it was? I think it was 5 in the end. But then after that, absolutely terrible. Then oh my god, that was on Wednesday night. And Thursday night, what a fucking shit show Thursday night was. First of all, Villa. Absolute shocker.
Come on, the Villa boys. Come on, the Villa
boys. Absolute shocker from the Villa. The thing is, we went 1-0 up.
What do you think of Wendy's penalty?
Why has he done that for?
Has it come out the sky yet?
It was windy. The weather was crap. It was really windy. Like the commentator, like he needs to wait and compose himself, wait for the wind. It took ages for the penalty, for him to take the penalty, and I was like, this isn't going to go well. And you don't try to stick it in the top bin when you've got like loads of wind and weather adversity, do you? Just hit it low and hard. Just hit it low and hard. Like, don't try and place it in the top corner. Then obviously that's done it. And then obviously because they obviously scored from a set piece where we do get caught on the high line quite a lot. And then, to be fair, I thought they could have had a sending off early doors, but it was a yellow card. Ref didn't go to the monitor, but yeah, shat the bed. But to be honest, Villa weren't the only team. I was just Roma and Palace. I thought Palace were going to win that game. Like I would have put that on every time, 100 out of 100. And then like Roma, I feel like there was some big Acca busters last week. Palace, Roma, and Villa. I think most people would have expected like them 3 to win, or you have at least one. Pretty much everyone would have had at least one of them 3.
Yeah, it's showing me something about Palace that I think Palace's systems works better when they're the underdogs. I think their system's not designed to like break down shitty opposition. So I think they're one where I'm going to avoid Palace in Europe because I just think their system.
I think they win the competition. But yeah, I think, like you said, I think it's better on the counter attack.
Yeah,
a bit of the underdog. Um, so yeah, so that was like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On to the weekend, Saturday. Just I did have Chelsea on one. I had Chelsea, I had Borough, and obviously Borough shut the bed with Wrexham. Chelsea, yeah, inconsistent. So Chelsea are going to be on the list for a while. And then yesterday, I had I had like a really random mix of things. I had that the both keepers to make a save in and offsides in the El Clasico that come in. That was 8-1. But then they also doubled it up with some fouls in one of the early Italian games. Is it Josh Doig, the Scottish geezer that plays left back? Who's he played for now? One of the Scottish Italian teams. Yeah, had him for Sassuolo because he was Leon Bailey was playing, so I was like, he'll probably be playing on the rightish wing for Roma. And then I had it's a very random one, but I thought this would come in a lot more. Either keeper to be fouled in the Villa City game.
That's a very random. What made you think that?
It was 11-4 that it was, and I was like, well, it could be a lot of set pieces, and Emi Martinez will probably throw a dive in if a ball comes in and he's not going his way, he'll throw a dive and get fouled. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a very random one.
That's a bit of an outside, a bit of a wild card one for you. That.
Yeah, I was just looking on the Paddy Power, the featured ones. I was like, Emi Martinez, giving you half the opportunity. If a ball comes in, he's not making it. He'll throw stuff into a City player and throw stuff on the ball. Especially with like players like Haaland and stuff like that will also give him a nudge.
Yeah. I mean, you can find some weird ones in that Paddy Power. Do you remember the one where it had like Mourinho to get booked?
Yeah, and to be sent off.
When Fenerbahce played Man United.
Man United.
I definitely had him to get booked, and I had the one for him to get sent off.
I sent it to you, and then you done it. We just put him to be carded, and then he got sent off.
And how much did you put on it again?
A lot less than you. I think I put like a 10 on it. I think you put like 40 quid on it or something.
I know I put 30 on the booking and 10 on the red.
I went the red like 40-1.
Yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day.
I know. I regret sending it to you now. And then in the Villa game, I was just watching the Villa game, and I'd text you at half time saying Rendias is getting booked, or however you say it, because he'd done 2 fouls. But before the game, I fancied him because like City have got no one that can actually defend in that midfield apart from he's the only one that would be kind of the holder, and he'd done 2, and then Guardiola he had done 2 fouls, and straight after half time he'd done another foul. So I was like, okay, he's going on his next one. So I put him on instead of Rendias, and then Rendias was in Guardiola's position and took out someone to obviously get carded.
I didn't understand your thinking behind that, because you said Reinders at the start. He's done 2 fouls, and you said at half time he's going to go in.
I know.
And then
I didn't trust my guts. I didn't trust my guts. I went against my guts. That's my own fault. That's my own fault.
I'm glad you're taking ownership, mate, because it's like you just got to go. Like when you get that feeling, that instinct that you get a feel for it, mate. You just got to pull the trigger, because at least you know. Because I just think like with Vardio, like. He just one of them. He never seems to get booked, and I know he was fouling McGinn a lot.
Yeah,
like I think what you said, mate. I mean, I should have put it. What you said to me made perfect sense, and I was considering Reinders, but I just wanted to. My thing was, I just thought Villa were going to sit back now they're winning, and they're just not.
Mate, John McGinn was giving Guardiola the run around.
Oh yeah, I was shocked that City got 4 yellows. Shocked.
Yeah. And then I had another bet builder across the early kickoffs in the Prem yesterday, which I had McGinn to do a first half foul. That let me down on that one. So, yeah, not a great weekend.
You had a really good week last week with your £3 win. I've got work to do, so let's think about the upcoming week and what we're going to be focusing on. So what are you saying? What sort of game?
Yeah. I always find like this kind of like game week hard, because it's like loads of cup games. You never know what anyone's kind of going to do in the cup in terms of like teams to put out. There is a little bit of foreign football I like the look of. So in France, you got PSG away to Lorient. They've finally seems like they've hit a bit of form in the league. Cavra's back. Douay's playing.
Is Cavra doing Cavra things, mate? Is he cooking?
Yeah, he's back in business, because obviously there was a couple of injuries across front three. So I think on the weekend, Barcola and Cavra started. I'm not sure. I've never heard that striker before, but yeah, I know them two definitely started. So yeah, PSG are back. Lorient aren't the greatest, and then Marseille at home to Angers in France. So that's on Wednesday night. Also on Wednesday, you've got Man City away to Swansea. I think they're probably the most complete team in terms of like the squad and what team they're probably going to put out. They will still rest players, but I think even their second string team is probably better than probably most teams' first string teams. We've got Inter at home to Fiorentina. Again, Inter in good form, so I think
that's risky. That is, like, I know that I'm just like Serie A at the minute is just, I don't know. I just don't feel confident in any teams, especially after Milan drawing with Pisa. I just think, I know why you've gone for it, but I think that's a risky one, mate. We'll come back to that one next week because I think that's the one that could mess you over.
but then Inter are fourth. They've won 4 out of 5. They lost to Napoli on the weekend, so like that's the only like team that they've slipped up against. And then Fiorentina.
Do you know what you're forgetting about Fiorentina, mate? Moyes Keane up front, who's going to bag. That's what you're forgetting. Moyes Keane.
And then Fiorentina have not won, haven't won. They've lost 3 out of the last 5 and drew 2. So, and the ones that drew with Bologna and Pisa. So, not the greatest teams. Bologna are all right, I guess, but Pisa, well, they drew Milan the other day. So yeah, I think Inter at home. I think they'll be too strong at home, and then Celtic, Falker. So even though Celtic should be on my ban list after the other day, I didn't have them on the weekend, so they've lost 2 on the bounce, so they need to be bouncing back now. So yeah, after losing to Hearts. And then on Friday, got Dortmund away to Augsburg. So I think that's that. I think Dortmund like have kind of been going like silently unnoticed this year. Dortmund have been doing all right, so I think. Yeah, they've won 3 out of the last 5, drew with Leipzig, lost to Bayern. So losing to Bayern, everyone does that anyway. Drew with Leipzig, who are another solid team in the league. So, yeah, they're playing Augsburg, who are 15th out of 18th. So, yeah, I think they should be too strong for them. That one is slightly more worrying because they are away from home, but I still think they'll be strong enough. Then moving on to the weekend, Arsenal away to Burnley. Again, I don't think Burnley are going to be the team to beat Arsenal. Copenhagen at home. Copenhagen again are doing all right in the league. They're flying. They're third in the league, so yeah, they need to start picking up some more results because they're quite a bit off the top. So yeah, I think they'll be all right. They'll be solid. And the team they're playing have lost over 5 on the bounce. So yeah, the last 5 games have lost all 5. So I think Copenhagen are at home, and then Madrid at home to Valencia. I think after the weekend, obviously winning against Barca, they're going to want to kick on and do well and not drop points. And I think Valencia relegation zone. They've been struggling for a few years now, haven't they, Valencia? So yeah, I think Madrid are going to be too strong for them, especially at home. So yeah, they're the 10 teams I'm picking, but don't worry, I'll be posting them all and posting them all throughout the week anyway. So
I think I'm going to have a little play in Italy because Italy have got a few fixtures across the week. So the one that I've got my eye on in the week is, and it's not for multiple players getting carded, there's one player in particular I'm keeping my eye on. And no, it's not Bologna. I know I've got a habit of picking Bologna every single week. I'm going to give Bologna a rest. Watch Cambiani get the right centre-half book now for Torino, but I don't fancy that, but it'll happen now.
Is spaghetti bolognese your favourite meal by any chance?
It is, mate. Everything Bologna, mate. Honestly, it's putting food on my table at this point. Cambiani's putting food on the table. He's keeping the lights on in the house at this point. Yeah. all the fullbacks is getting booked. But it's the Juventus versus Udinese game at Juventus, because there's a certain player for Udinese that if he starts, I just cannot see him not getting booked.
Who?
And that is Nicolo Zaniolo, mate.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of those players where, like, the reason why I like him so much is because I think Juventus will dominate the ball. I think he'll get frustrated. So I think he's going to just lose his head. And the thing that I love about Zaniolo is he's got multiple ways to find his way into the ref's notebook.
Oh, yeah, he can talk his way in one.
So he can talk his way in. He'll kick the ball away. He done one the other day where he kicked the ball at the ref.
What?
Yeah, he kicked the ball towards the ref direction. Yeah. When the ref give a bad call, he's one that, because he's just like a big sort of. He's like quite a bit of a physical front man. Like he'll get one for like backing in and elbowing by accident. Like he's just got multiple ways of going.
And he throws in a horrible challenge.
He's ridiculous. I mean, I was looking on Paddy Power the other day, the last time he played, and like the first half foul market.
Yeah.
He was 1-7 to do a foul in the first half.
That is outrageous.
That is absolute madness.
That is
So,
absolute. That means it should be guaranteed.
definitely Zaniolo against Juventus because Udinese, I can definitely see him getting booked. I'm probably going to have him first player card, and then I'm just going to keep an eye on him in the game. I believe that's Wednesday evening. So that's the only midweek one. Saturday we've got Chelsea Spurs. Well, Spurs Chelsea, I should say, because it's at Tottenham's ground.
That's interesting.
It's not interesting, mate. It's going to be an absolute scrap, and I love it because I checked the when they played last year, and they got in the one game there was 5 bookings, in the other game there was 10.
Fucking hell.
So to get 15 bookings across 2 games is absolutely.
Well, yeah, you always remember that one game. Well, they call it the back bridge. It was that wasn't that. That was just ridiculous, wasn't it? That's what I always think about when I think about that game and cards.
Yeah, and the thing that I like about that game is there's a few players that haven't been booked as often as you would have thought this season, who I think are due. Like Moyes has only got, I think, 1 in the league.
Yeah,
like, that's low for him. And then you've got the likes of Bentancur, who's yet to get a card in the league.
South American as well.
Exactly. I think Paulini is good for 1 as well. So I think that Tottenham-Chelsea game's got the potential for a few cards. Enzo Fernandez is another one that can find the way into the ref's notebook, like, for many different ways.
Yeah.
So,
again,
and
then you got Romero and João Pedro as well, that little South American.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Romero will be back. He didn't play against Everton the other day.
Oh, did he not?
No. They played Danzo with Van der Ven. That's definitely a game, though, that it will depend on lineups and who's playing, because I'll need to see lineups. But what I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to do like a pre-match video for that one, because I think there's so much money to be won in that game. So Spurs-Chelsea, just off the top of my head now, I'd say Caicedo, Paulinho. But again, I need to wait for lineups to confirm. Then another game is going to be, I think it's on the Saturday, Madrid-Valencia. Again, not because I think there's going to be lots of cards. There's one player in particular called Pepelu, who's a centre mid for Valencia. He does 1.5 fouls per game, and he gets booked usually around anywhere between 8. I think the most he's been booked in a season is 13, but he usually gets 8 bookings a season. He's played like 7-8 games and not been booked yet. So for me, he's due one. So I think away at Madrid, I think he's going to be have a lot of work to do. I'd usually go fullbacks against Vinny, but I think Pepelu's going to get one just because I think he's due. I think Bellingham will turn him and he'll bring Bellingham down or something. So I can see Pepelu for Valencia, centre mid. I can see him going in as well. And then the final one is Sunday, the late kick-off on Sunday in La Liga. So Betis v Mallorca. Real Betis have a player he's almost getting to that Cambiani Zaccagni level. His name's Abdi Ezazuli, and I probably pronounced that wrong. But he's a left winger for Betis who's dead tricky, and he loves hitting the deck, mate. He loves falling over. So he's against a player called Pablo Maffeo, who's this little angry Spanish fullback. So I think that'll be if Pablo Maffeo starts at right back and Ezazuli starts left wing for Betis, then Maffeo, he's the player that I'm probably most confident on across the weekend will go in. So that's another one where he'll go in, definitely. So I'd say those are my games, mate. To be honest, there aren't a great deal of games where I'm like, oh, there's going to be loads of cards in these games. That's why I've gone for more players.
Particular players, yeah.
Yeah, rather than games for this week.
As usual, we talk about a weekly topic, and this week our topic is a betting ban list. So, who's on your list? Because I've got whole leagues that are banned off mine.
I was going to say, what's the criteria for this? Is it just players? Is it leagues?
I've got whole leagues. You can do anything you want.
Anything I want.
Referees, like what is on your ban list? Because on mine, I've got the whole of Greece and the whole of Cyprus just written off as never bet in Greece or Cyprus.
That's hilarious. You've got like 4 leagues on yours.
Yeah, never ever. I don't even look at them anymore.
That's hilarious. And
because there's just so many.
Yeah, but do you mean so betting ban lists? Do you mean like this season, like who's on my list this season?
I've had the Cyprus and Greece on my list for about 2 years, and then every time I do actually dip into there, my team top versus bottom, second, like man centre half, like to just lose or draw, like.
You've been scarred by them leagues that many times. It's just
mate. Like I don't even look at them. I don't even want to know who's playing. I don't even want to visit there and go to a game.
That's so funny. That's so funny that you've got those like full-on leagues just won't even entertain them anymore. That's good. Right. So who's on my betting ban list? Oh, right. Do you know what? I'm gonna go referees, mate. Because you know me, I'm all about card markets, and like. And when you're dabbling the card market, it's all about the referee. Is the referee a dish or not?
It's got to look at the stats on the referee.
And there are two referees in particular who, when they're refereeing, I just go, oh no, because I just think to myself,
What did you do? Did that again?
No, I'm not doing that again, mate. that was a very much in the moment painful reaction, mate.
No.
I couldn't control. I was very much in the moment, mate. It's the I have that reaction every time one of these two referees are refereeing a big game. And do you know what? So the first one is Anthony Taylor.
Yeah. Oh, is he not there?
Taylor. Like, he's a referee where, like, I genuinely think he goes into some games and goes, I am not going to pull a card out, like, at all in this game. He definitely goes into games and goes, I'm not pulling a yellow card out inside the first 30 minutes, no matter what happens in this match. Because I've seen him referee games, mate, where, like, some horrendous challenges have gone in, and he just lets it go. And he just won't, like, book people. And, like, and if you look at his stats, he's the only referee, well, like, he's the referee who has the most games where there's no bookings.
Oh, really?
So, like, yeah, so in the Prem, that is. So, like, he will have every season maybe, like, 4 games, maybe 5 games where there's no cards.
Didn't he have one, like, 2 weeks ago? Wasn't it Arsenal versus someone?
Mate, he's had multiple. Mate, he reffed the Manchester derby and there was no cards. I saw Patrick Dorgu just kick down Bernardo Silva off the ball, and he didn't do nothing. Mate, he had Man United versus City at the Etihad in a Manchester derby, and there wasn't a booking at all.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He had the Arsenal Fulham. I know Arsenal Fulham's not like a Manchester Man City derby.
Yeah, that was in the Arsenal game.
But Arsenal, no cards. Like, honestly, for him to pull a yellow out, it has to be something quite bad. Like, so he's on my ban list because he's cost me so much money when I've just thought there's going to be cards in this game and nothing. And there's a referee called Simon Marciniak, and he's like rated as the best referee in the world. He's from Poland, but he always like gets big Champions League games. And he's another one where like he just won't book people. Like, it has to be awful for a yellow to come out. And why he winds me up is like he'll start being like pally with players and stuff, and like having a laugh and a joke with them on the pitch. And like, mate, you're not there to be their friends. You're not there to laugh at their shit jokes. You're not there to make shit jokes. You're there to officiate the game, mate, and put people in that notebook whenever they step out of line. So can you get to work, please? Because it does my head in. And do you know what really wound me up with him was? He was on my ban list, like a referee to not go near. And then I thought, do you know what? Do you know what game he ref the other day?
What one?
Newcastle Benfica at Newcastle. And I thought, do you know what? This is the game where he's going to have to book multiple people. Because I don't care who's reffing this game. It's going to be nasty. And, mate, he only pulled out 2 yellows in the whole 90 minutes. And Anthony Gordon went past the right-back Dedic and Dedic pulled him back. It was a stonewall yellow inside the first 5 minutes. And he just gave a foul. And he was just refusing to book people. So all these players who thought were going to get booked, Baron Shea, Richard Rios, Bruno, they were doing fouls, but you just weren't asked, mate. So Simon Marciniak, you're on the ban list. Anthony Taylor, you were on the ban list because you just refused to book players. So they're the refs. In terms of teams, this season, so I don't think I've got any leagues that are on the ban list for me. Like, it's whatever it is, what it is. Like, if I think a team's going to win, I think they're going to win. But I've got some teams on there for this season. So I'm going to start with Chelsea. It's not because they lost to Sunderland this weekend, mate. I just think they're a team. I think I got some, like I said earlier
just
in the podcast.
Persistence.
Too many bluffers, mate. Like you just don't know what you're going to get from them. And like the thing with Chelsea is because they're like one of the better teams in the Prem on paper. Like
you don't get good odds from them.
Yeah, you don't. So like I wouldn't back Chelsea to beat Brentford at home or away, for example. I wouldn't back Chelsea to beat like Everton away, for example.
Yeah,
like,
you don't know what key team's going to turn up, especially with Cole Palmer as well.
Yeah, so Chelsea, they're on the ban list. Don't trust them. Liverpool, you're on there. They were a team that I didn't think would be on the ban list this season, but after what I've watched from them recently, like absolutely no chance. You've got like they haven't settled on their best 11. They've got star players who are out of form. new players who haven't bedded in. I think the manager's looking rattled now. And all his his press conference, he's saying, it's because the other teams are playing long ball. It's because the other teams aren't allowing us to play. The other
You got Virgil van Dijk.
it's like, mate, like, what do you want teams to do? Like, you want teams who haven't spent as much money on players as you. You want them to just open up and have a game of football.
Well, that's what Pep Guardiola tries to say, doesn't he?
It's like,
The teams just don't go to play football. Well, they come to get a result.
We'll deal with it. Like that, they're doing what they think they need to do to win. If they want to bank up and put players behind the ball, then you need players to break that down. Deal with it. Liverpool are on the ban list, mate, because they're all over the shop. And similar to Chelsea, because they're one of the better teams on paper. Again, the odds are shit. So
yeah,
Liverpool are done. Chelsea are done. Barcelona, maybe a surprise pick, but when Barcelona play without Yamin Lamau, they just look to me like lacking ideas, mate. And I know you had him the other day and Araujo came through for you in the clutch, mate. But I just think, like, I've seen them a few times this season where they've won it late or they've been behind and they've had to pull out a big moment.
Yeah, they look like they've struggled a bit at times.
Yeah, no, and I think
like times it looks free flowing, other times it looks struggle.
I think and I know they come to St James's and won and they deserve to win there, but I just look at them and go, you can't rely on Marcus Rashford. Like he's a hot and cold player. He's a patches player. You'll get a good couple of games out of him, and then he'll turn in a 3 out of 10.
He was playing up front last week against Olympiacos.
Yeah, but again, that's because they haven't got a proper centre forward. Like Ferran Torres is playing in El Clasico. You're not going to win El Clasico with Ferran Torres up front. So, I think for me, Barcelona. I think if Lamal's not there, I won't touch them. Even if Lamal's playing, I need to see who they're against. So Barca in fact, no, say that back. The Barca are completely on my ban list. I won't touch Barca this season. Again, because of the odds. Because they're expected to beat pretty much everyone. And I just don't think they've got it in them. So Barca, Liverpool, Chelsea. How about you? Who's on the ban list? I want names, I want leagues, I want teams, I want it all.
Well, the whole of Greece and the whole of Cyprus. Like, I will not touch. In the league, obviously in the Champions League, I probably might have them to, or one of the cup competitions, have them to lose, but in the league, I just don't even look at them. The amount of times, like, Tart's been playing like a mid-table team at home, flying forward 5-5, 7-7, and just shit the bed and go draw 1-1 or something like that. Like, or lose, and that just happens so much. For me, that's like one of the most inconsistent teams, especially because you've got, especially in Greece, you've got like 4 really good teams, like Olympiacos, POK, AEK, and Panathinaikos. Like, they all, unless they're playing each other, it's like in Portugal. Unless some teams are kind of playing each other, you expect them to win like a lot of games, and they always seem to shit the bed whenever I bet on them. Like, even I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I had like a random team because I was struggling to find Acca, so I was a random team in Greece, and I was like, they lost. They shouldn't have lost. Like, there was no reason why they should have lost. And
do you want to know I've got no sympathy for you?
Because I still went back.
Yeah, because it's a ban list for a reason, and you were like, Cyprus and Greece have been banned before this season. Then you've gone.
I know, but then I'll give them a chance. Sometimes you've got to extend an olive branch and see if it comes through. No. And then Benfica, they're on my ban list for a little bit because they lost three games in a row, and they're all like stupid late goals that just could have been easily avoided. Just ridiculous. Betting, I don't like to bet against Crystal Palace. I don't care who they're playing. I just don't like to bet against Crystal Palace. Because they're just
anyone that's betting on Crystal Palace to lose deserves.
No, that's what I mean. So like any team that Crystal Palace are playing. So I guess. So that's like the opposite. So yeah, anything that playing, and Villa are always a weird one. Like, as you lose to go ahead Eagles and then beat City. Like, in a week you beat Spurs away, City at home, and then lose to go away to go ahead Eagles. Like, it's just poor. So obviously you should never really bet on your own team anyway. But yeah, like, Villa are just so inconsistent. Like, have a worldie or have a terrible game, you don't know what you're getting. So they're this is more the fixture, especially in a dodgy league, an obscure league. Top versus bottom away from home. That for me.
So you won't bet on top v bottom in any league.
Away from home.
Who's away from home?
It's the better teams away from home.
If
top of the league's away from home.
Okay, I just want to remember this because when this game comes round, I'm going to hold you to it. So when Arsenal are away at Wolves, you're not going to have it.
No, I said in the more obscure leagues, the more like the result is to like screw you over. The amount of times that result away, top versus bottom away and top away from home has just screwed me over. I don't even know the numbers. Like it's because of how many times they should win. Like that should be a winner in every league across the world, in every game, but it's not. I don't know what it is. I don't know why that fixture in particular, but that one just haunts me.
That's so
You know it haunts me. We've spoken about it a million times before.
It just makes me laugh, mate, because it's like such a random thing to just
So specific. Yeah.
So like for the top team to be away from them to not win like that many times that often is just funny.
Yeah. I know. It's one of those things. It just haunts me. It's just always in my head. So I always look and be like, nah, not having that, not touching that. And then when I don't bet, I'm going to go to win like 4-0. To be fair, 4-0 did the other day did turn Hercules over like 7-0, but that was like a rare one.
And did you bet on that?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't class Netherlands as an obscure league?
No, I think that's a fairly stable league.
So basically what you're saying is Greece and Cyprus again, aren't you?
No, there's more obscure leagues than that. Greece, Cyprus, Slovakia, Hungary. There's all sorts of leagues. Because you know I love going to an obscure league.
That's so funny. That's top v bottom. Who else? So you got top v bottoms on your ban list. You've got
anything
Greece,
that's anything.
Cyprus. Anyone that's playing against Crystal Palace. You've got Aston Villa.
And I think Ajax and Benfica. Ajax I've always found a bit slippery. They have one great season. They're just never consistent enough. It's just a bit sleepy.
Ajax are a bit slippery. That's so funny.
So yeah, Benfica are on my ban list at the moment. They might get off my ban list if I see like some really positive results in a row. I might consider taking them off. But Greece and Cyprus, they're never getting off. They're just locked up for life.
That's funny, man. That's funny. Anyone else, or is that it? That's your ban list done and dusted.
That's it for now. I'm sure I'll have ask me again in 2 weeks, and I'm sure I'll have someone else on there.
No, mate. The ban list, mate, it's ever growing, isn't it? It's ever growing.
Yeah, constantly changing. It changes week to week.
Yeah, and here's a question for you before we wrap up. Is there any way someone can get off your ban list, and if so, how?
Yeah, if you're a team and you're winning consistently, if you have some good results consistently across a month period, and I'm like, okay, you got your consistency back. Because I'm sure at some point you say Liverpool's on your ban list, but at some point you're going to start betting on them again.
No,
you're going to tell me you're not going to bet on Liverpool or Chelsea to win as a result across the whole season.
I'm not betting on Liverpool or Chelsea.
You said Chelsea.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
I'm not betting on Liverpool or Chelsea to win a game for the rest of the season.
Not even Champions League, no?
Hell no. What am I betting on? Chelsea are a bunch of bluffers, mate. And Liverpool, no. Liverpool cost me $2,000. They couldn't beat Amorim's United. And Chelsea are full of a team of bluffers, mate. So them two are on there. I review my ban list at the end of the season, mate. If you're on there, you're on there. You're not coming off until there's been a full yearly review, mate. And there's been a couple of transfer windows and a pre-season. And I can see what you're about. No.
We'll
Barcelona
see.
Barcelona, if your Mal's not playing as well. Barcelona on there.
I just had Barcelona about your Mal, but I think you're lying there. That you're not going to bet on Liverpool or Chelsea to win across the whole of the season in none of the cup competitions. No. Nothing.
No.
Okay.
Who are they going to beat? Liverpool just lost to Brentford.
Yeah.
Liverpool lost to Brentford. Man United.
So Liverpool versus Wolves at Anfield. But no. Wolves, Burnley, no.
No. Liverpool played Burnley and scored a 95th minute goal. No, is the answer. No.
I think you're lying. Will we discuss? Will we discuss?
We'll see.
Alright, cool. Let's see if we can close in that. Fucking hell, it's been an hour and a half.
Yeah, but we're going to cut loads out.
Yeah. As usual, guys, thanks for watching this week's episode of the podcast. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and let us know who's on your betting ban list. So have a good week and have a good weekend and good luck with all your bets. And don't forget to tune in next week for Never Back the Early Kickoff. Thanks for watching. Follow us across socials for more. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please gamble responsibly. 18+.